what's good? Ms.Fit, Murder F Gang. This is my dumb advice. What's good? Ms.Fit, Murder F Gang. This is my dumb advice. Bow, what's good with y'all? How y'all doing, man? I missed y'all on Sunday, y'all, but we live and direct tonight. I hope everybody's having a beautiful Tuesday. Feeling good, feeling great. Today we got more fucking beat-eye in the building. You heard? We gonna talk a little bit, about his career. How dope he's been, especially since of late. You know what I mean? But of course, Gnome. Gnome is a crazy event. He's definitely gonna be a part of that. But even after the interview, we got a lot to talk about, man. We gonna talk about Heir to the Throne, because I know a lot of people been asking me about that. We gonna talk about the fight that just happened on Sunday and how fucking awful it was. But yeah, man, let's not waste no time, man. Let's get this show on the motherfucking road. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to the one and only Peter in the motherfucking building.
What up? What up? What up? What up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. You're good to
I like
go.
the setup. That shit clean.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. For real.
Professional. Man.
I be taking real pride in my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It get better, but with time.
Got to. 100%.
But thanks for coming on, man. I really appreciate it, for real, especially showing us and everything. But
no problem.
We was going through the Gnome card, right? And I told the audience, I said, man, we got to make sure we get everybody, especially the heavy hitters. And I haven't got you on the show, so this is a great time to kind of ask all the great questions that I wanted to ask. But first and foremost, man, how you feel about being on this Gnome card?
Oh, excited. Another opportunity for me to, showcase my skill set on a big platform, on a big stage. I did it last year on Summer Madness. That was like my first, big, marquee event that I was on. And I did pretty well. I kind of showed out. So, it's just another opportunity to try to just duplicate that if I can.
Facts. So how does this matchup really come about?
I ain't gonna lie. Every time somebody asks me that, I gotta keep it real, man. URL, they pulled the fast one. That's what they did. You know what I mean?
What you mean they pulled the fast one?
They do that. You know how they do, man. DNA is my dog,
right.
But they'll make calls and they'll instigate. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
A word, because he said this. A word, because he said that. You know what I mean? So right. DNA is my brother, and we always said that we would never battle. But sometimes it's bigger than you two individuals. You know what I mean? Sometimes it could do something just for the culture in general, and it's bigger than your friendship in terms of. I mean, not to say that the friendship doesn't matter, but like we're not gonna say anything to each other that's gonna jeopardize our friendship. So, but we also know that we have a specific skill set, like especially what he's been doing lately. Gun bars and stuff. So it's a really good matchup that can bring something that the culture needs, because we get the usual. Everybody a gangster, everybody shooting shit up, which is cool. But sometimes you might just need a dope conversation in the middle of all that. So, it gives us the opportunity to do that for the culture. So it's bigger than us. You know what I mean? So that's why we took it really.
Agreed. Yeah, that's what I was saying. This point in time in DNA's career, the fact that he came across with you, I thought, oh, okay, this makes sense. So maybe that conversation is going to happen. Because I'm interested to see, I would just only assume that you'd be like, oh, you know what I mean? What's this new burst of no gun bar shit coming from? You know what I mean? Like, how does that come about? Because that's kind of how I would come at it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
but I'm happy to see it though. Like you know what I mean? Like I've been saying, like he's been my favorite battler. Shit, man. I think since his Luke Castro joint, you know what I'm saying? From that point all the way up to here, he's been like my favorite battler. So I'm just happy to have more brothers come on my side of the equation. You feel me? So I love what he's doing though.
What is it about DNA that stands out the most to you, which makes him like one of your faves?
Just super comfortable. I never seen him rattled. I never seen him uncomfortable. He just every time he battles, he just looked like he got it all figured out. You know what I mean? And it's nothing to him. I marvel at that. Only a few guys could do that, like DNA, Geechee Gotti. Only a few guys, Mook. It's a certain attribute that doesn't really get talked about, like just comfortability. You know what I'm saying? Even if a bar doesn't land or if somebody throw you off, you can kind of see it in certain artists. You can for sure see it in me. I wear my heart on my sleeve. You feel me? So like you see my shit, you know what I mean? So it's dope when you see dudes like that just look unbothered the whole time and they just super professional. Like he's a vet. He's a true vet.
Damn, I agree. You're right, and a lot of people don't talk about that. That is something though I do bring up about Geechee. I always say
Yeah,
even if like he doesn't like remember something, you could tell he don't
yeah,
remember it, but he just don't
yeah,
care. He gonna say something
yeah.
else.
He still looks super cool doing it. Yeah, yeah.
Fact, fact. That's a
That's
fact.
that's that's, that's something else. That's different.
Dope. But I mean, I'm excited to see this matchup. And it's been a whole thing about Drake being there. Does that change anything about your performance? Does it motivate you more, or does it add anything to the experience?
Not at all. I mean, not from an artist perspective. Obviously, I'm a fan of Drake. I'm a big fan of Drake. I love his music. But as an artist, what I've already created is kind of just locked in. You know what I mean? So it wouldn't really change contingent upon Drake being there. But yeah, I'm happy that he's gonna be there. I think that's a good look for the culture for sure.
Right. And as far as like the tournament, right? So I assume you've seen the tournament and uh is would we see you in the next tournament or something of
I
that?
can't do it. I wish I could do it, man. I don't know. I'm gonna think about doing it. I just don't think I could do the 2 week turnaround and be potent. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like, I think my pen will end up being watered down. Y'all probably gonna get tired of me. 2 weeks of beat out with the angles and the preaching. Oh, come on, man.
Nah.
Y'all blew me out the building, man. Y'all blew me out the building in the second round. You know what I mean? So I just don't know if I can do that. You know what I mean? I don't know if I can do it, and I don't know if I should do it. You know what I mean? But then again, money is a hell of an incentive sometimes. So you never know.
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Cause shit, even myself, man, I the 2 week turnaround is one thing, right? And just like what you said, the watered down thing, I don't know if I will give that 100% that I do when I battle, cause I don't even battle as often. So like the 2 week, every 2 week,
Yeah.
it is a risk. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's a
Yeah.
risk. We've seen some people like excel at it, but
Yeah.
we've seen some major people drop the ball, and just memorization. I think that's a
Crazy.
talent that certain people have, and
Crazy. I
yeah,
don't have
like
it.
I don't, yeah,
I do
like
not have I got,
correct,
I got.
correct.
Listen, my rounds got to be locked in like three weeks to a month
That's a
before the
fact.
date. You know what I mean? So I can memorize. I don't got it. I
That's a
tip my hat
fact.
to the brothers that can do that for real.
Correct. That's a fact, man. Like I be giving it up to my bro Core, cause
Yeah,
like I'll spit my rounds to him. The next day he like, oh, spit this bar. I'm like, man, how you remember this
you
shit
know your
before
shit.
me,
You know
man?
your
Like,
shit better than you.
like I'm still reading my shit and he going off the
Yeah,
head. I'm like, man, this is
yeah,
bullshit.
that's
But
crazy.
it is
The
definitely a
talent, yeah.
talent.
Some of them got it. It's a talent.
That's a fact. Um, Obviously you've always had a different approach than everybody else, and I feel like I've always really liked that about you. You When people
Yeah,
went right, you went left, and you never strayed from your personal beliefs, and you like
mm,
excel at it. And I feel like especially on the Caffeine platform, you kind of
yeah,
just moved up a couple notches, right?
for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Was it something about the no crowds or anything of that idea to that kind of complemented your style, you feel?
Yeah, without the crowd, you kind of get away from like that herd reactionary shit that we as humans are all like subjected to. It's like if you walk into a room full of 10 people and 8 out of the 10 people was talking about a certain subject, you're gonna get involved in that. Like it's just herd thought. Like it's just how we communicate. Like you're not gonna go left. So I say that to say when I'm battling, and my opponent is able to get the crowd on his side because it's more easily digestible. It's
Mm,
not over the head. Everybody kind of sways that way. Even if I'm saying some amazing shit, it's easier to sway a crowd your way if it's more easy to digest and it's more entertaining. So I think, not only in the building when you're watching it at home or on YouTube or whatever, you're easily swayed in a direction because everybody seems to be going with this guy that's more,
right.
simple. So I think the Caffeine era gave me just an opportunity to be heard, really, be heard and not be swayed by the crowd. I think I rap the same. I think I've been rapping the same since I came in the game. Obviously, like my perspective and me being with the pro black talk, like it's the same shit. Have I gotten better? Perhaps, but for the most part, it's the same shit. So just no crowd has allowed me to be heard. That's all I really, that's how I look at it. Like, oh, y'all finally listening. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I've always been this guy in my mind. So
I feel like it's opened the audience's mind to substance. I
yeah,
feel like a lot of people were encouraged by the oohs and the ahs, and even in the building, like I would admit, sometimes like somebody would react, and I'll ask them, "Yo, what he said?" And they'll be like, "Yo, you just gave the biggest reaction though. Like you must have
I
heard it."
agree.
So like
Yes,
sometimes our people are just influenced by what's going on around them, and it's kind of crazy. So I
yeah,
really kind of liked what even if it won't stay forever, it was nice to have a place where it opened up everybody for substance.
for
So
for
now people
sure.
want that, and it's in
Yeah,
demand. So
yeah.
I like that a lot, man.
It gave an opportunity to a lot of guys that I'm not sure would have gotten a proper praise and just do otherwise, like Kid Chaos, like Real Sick, like guys like that really really rap. It gave them an opportunity to shine, and had that not been the case, I'm not gonna diminish their talent or their light, but I'm just saying, who knows? They might not have gotten that opportunity with the big stages and the crowd not giving them time to develop and really get to they rap. It sounds elongated like my shit, but it's just phenomenal rapping in there. And
Hmm.
sometimes the crowd don't let you do that. You know what I mean? So I was happy that a lot of us was given the opportunity to shine with that shit.
Agreed. I mean, speaking of Real Sick, man, you partnering up with him was something
Yeah,
I was truly excited about. What was
yeah,
that experience like? Tell me a little bit about, linking up with him, what the writing process was like, and
yeah.
were you happy with the results? And if you could have changed something, what could it be?
Yeah, man, sick. He's a monster. He's a beast, man. This type of dude that like I I would talk to him one day and he'd be like, all right. So it'd be like Monday. He like, all right. So on Wednesday, we're gonna get back on the phone and then I'm gonna have like 32 bars. I'm like, what? Nigga? In 2 days, you about to have 32 bars? Like, but he's really an animal. Like, he's crazy. So, we would link up on the phone every couple of days and he would have just a crazy amount of work already done. I probably have like 12, 14 little bars scattered. He have like 32 to 40. Like he's just a beast. So he taught me more about my work ethic that I thought I already had intact,
Mm,
you can always learn and be pushed to your limitations. So he kind of pushed me. He taught me a couple things about structuring the bars, that the way that he does it, and I kind of liked it. So I'm kind of implementing that in my approach. Yeah, he's just a hardworking cat, man. Really, really, just and you could tell it shows in his performances. Like he
mm,
takes his craft very serious. Really a hip hop head. And just overall good dude. So yeah, it was a great experience working with him. Anything I would change? I mean, I would have liked to have won the battle. You know what I'm saying? I would have changed that. You feel me? So
But
I
I
I,
mean, what you feel like y'all could have added to kind of get the win then? Because I think you guys
um,
came with lyrical bars and wordplay and a lot of shit. But what do you
well, yeah,
feel like would have been the difference?
I think it's certain factors in battle rap that you really can't account for or defend. And Arsenal star power is just one of them things that you just
Mm,
not, you can't diffuse it. Like if somebody got it like that, you can't diffuse it. So, but I think we could have made it more of an even kind of. Well, I think it was. Let me be clear. I think it was a debatable battle. You know what I mean? But I know the consensus that
right.
we lost, so I got to go with that. But I feel like if we would have had like more bars that were structured on performance, it would have just kind of elevated our whole, our whole like display. Like all of our bars were lyrical,
Mm-hmm.
like choppy like that. But we would have had some bars that needed performance that you had to perform out. Maybe that would have gave us like an extra push. But lesson learned. And again, man, I first of all, I thought we did phenomenal. I
Yeah.
think it's a difficult battle, but the culture calls it how they call it. But again, you can't really account for something that Arsenal does. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Ars, shout out to Kid Chaos. I think they was incredible for sure.
All right. Shout out to those MCs. Speaking of elevate, man, you got the movement, the clothing line, everything
Mm.
like that. I'm pretty sure people have asked you this, but I never really heard you really like respond. But like elevate, what is the root of it? Like, do you remember the time and moment where you said, "Yo, this is it. This is what I'm going
Yeah,
with." Tell me a little bit about that.
yeah, 100%. It's when I say back in like 2011, 2012. It's when I started opening my mind to different ways of life and different worldviews. And I was working on an album at the time. I had just got signed by this independent company, 454 Records, and we were working on my album. We were trying to come up for a title. And while I was making that album, I was going through my phase of like enlightenment, if you will, or woke, becoming woke, whatever you want to call it. Like I started to read more and watch more lectures and you know, kind of do my due diligence on some historical facts and shit. And yeah, when I was making the album, I was just like, yo, I'm elevating. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I want to call this album Elevate. Um, so I'm sorry, actually Elevation. That was the name of the album that I dropped in 2013 or 2014, I believe. I called it Elevation. And then we just ran with it. We started to press up shirts and everything. And we realized that elevation was too long on the shirts and on the hats. It was like too
Gotcha.
much. So
Mm.
we just shortened it to elevate. You feel me? And that was like back in 2014. I think, matter of fact, like I used to rock my shit way back then. I think against my Battle versus Daylight, I was rocking the elevate hat back
Mm.
then. That was like 2014, 2015, some shit like that. But yeah, it's just a way of life for me. I'm trying to promote a healthy lifestyle, you know. So elevate just to me just means, you know, how you living, like how you carry yourself. Everything is progress, elevated, you know. High vibrations, you know, not being low, not being grimy, dirty, or evil, like all that shit. We trying to elevate. We trying
Mm.
to be righteous. We trying to be holy. We trying to be sanctified. Shit like that. It's just a lifestyle that I'm promoting that I try to hold myself to, although I'm flawed and I, you know, make my mistakes and shit, you know, but you know, just a lifestyle that I'm trying to push to the people pretty much.
Gotcha. Was there a person who pretty much enlightened you, or someone who kind of bring it to your attention, like this knowledge, or was it just you yourself felt like you were just going in the wrong direction and you just had to change?
Both. Yeah, both. It was perfect timing for me, honestly. The gang banging shit was just like a big part of my life. And I got a couple like shell shocks. You go through shit that kind of shake you up. You know, one of my
Right.
big homies got popped. You know, rest in peace, Mike.
Rest in
And
peace.
um and then a couple years later, my god brother, who's basically my brother, you know, we grew up together, we was raised together. He got locked up on a charge. He doing 17 years. He been in prison since 2008. So shit like that just shook me up and was like, yo, you got to do something else, bro. You too talented. I was a football star and all that. I went to college. I dropped out in
Mm.
like '06 or some shit like that. So like I was just failing too much. I was just not living up to my talents and living up to, you know, the universe, what the universe put in me and gave to me. I wasn't treating it right. And I was in a barbershop one day. This is what really changed my life. I was in a barbershop one day, and I've always been like a debater and a argumentative cat. Like that's just my nature. But
That's
it
dope
was,
though.
you know
Mm.
what I mean? It's sometimes just part of who we are. But we was in a barbershop arguing, and a OG was in there, and he was like, "Man, y'all don't know nothing about y'all history prior to the transatlantic slave trade. Like, I bet you don't even know what our ancestors believed in. What was their spiritual system? What was their culture?"
Mm.
And we would always have topics in the barbershop that I would be able to engage in and have an argument in, and this one I couldn't, and it bothered me. I was like,
Gotcha.
yeah, I was like, yeah, that's true. I really don't know that. Like, really, that's crazy. And then I just started researching. And once I started researching and looking at the rich African history, I just fell in love with it. I just absolutely fell in love with it. Religion and Christianity and all that stuff, it never really sat well with my spirit, even being raised by
Mm-hmm.
devout family members that was devout Christians in my family, my mother, my grandmother, my sisters, my aunties, they all that. But it just, I've always felt like the outcast spiritually because it just didn't sit well with me. Like I had questions and nobody had
Right.
answers, and it was telling me don't question, and that was bothering me. So, you know, once I got of age, obviously to do the research myself, I just fell in love with it, and you know, it's been pretty much my path ever since.
Dope. And
Yeah,
you do you feel like your children? Do you raise them to be uh in your religion, or do you feel
not at
like
all.
they should be
They should have,
able to
yeah,
do
they
what they want?
they should have their own experience 100%. And so my idea, when my children are of age to really intake, all the information, I want to give it to them all. You know what I mean? I want to teach them Christianity, teach them Islam, teach them Buddhism, Hinduism, whatever. Teach them all kind of cultures and worldviews and perspectives, and whatever sits right with their soul, I'm good with it. You know what I'm saying? If my son, grow up to be a pastor, that's his path, that's his journey. I don't have any claim on his life. My job is just to guide him the best I can. But he's his own spirit. He's his own soul, his own entity. So all I could do is guide him and give him all the information, and give it to him in a way that's the best. How can I say this? Because a lot of shit is whitewashed. So I would just say that I would give to him. I would try to give him the information in its purest form. Whatever that may be, whatever he's curious about, I just want to give it to him in its purest form, not watered down, not whitewashed. So that would be my goal for my children for sure. Definitely not trying to force them to be anything like me. I have my own journey. Everybody has their own journey that cultivates their personality. So I would want theirs to be cultivated naturally as well.
Gotcha. You see, for someone like you who's so knowledgeable, about like actual facts and just things about where your culture comes from and stuff, like, how do you feel about like the school system? Because I know a lot of the whitewash shit that I learned was from school. You know what I mean? So like, are you more so like, all right, maybe I should homeschool my children or something of that stature? Because I would like to raise my kids to know life in the purest form as well. So, like, what do you think would be the best way to do that? Do you think the public school system is a right fit for things like that?
No, absolutely not. I mean, obviously, the public school system is another leg or arm in the complete system of white supremacy that's really based on, like, the heartbeat of white supremacy is capitalism, right? So in the school system, the curriculum has to teach the majority of the children to be consumers and workers. It doesn't, the school curriculum doesn't teach you to be an entrepreneur, doesn't teach you how money really works, doesn't teach you how currency really works. So, I mean, the main objective for them, for Western society, is to breed as many sheep as they can, so obviously that's not the way that any of us should go. It's easier said than done, though, because we all don't have the time or the finances to homeschool and, and feed your children every day. They go to school, they fuck around and get free lunch, even though it's terrible, even though,
it's still there.
but, yeah, it's there. It's an option, and you might not have the resources or the finances, especially our Black and brown communities, which are majority, unfortunately, impoverished communities and shit of that nature. So, obviously, we have a harder uphill battle. So, ideally, yeah, I would love to homeschool my children. My children aren't of age where that's becoming an issue yet, and also I have two children on the autistic spectrum. So my fight is even harder because I have a whole different. Yeah, like I have a whole different fight now with my children on top of them being Black, so that's a whole nother other fight that I gotta fight through, but I'm built for it, so it's all good. But yeah, to answer your question, absolutely not. The school system is backwards, but if you have the ability to homeschool your children, then yeah, I would advocate for that for sure.
Dope. I just wanted to know your insight on that, cause I feel like just when I watch your interviews, when I hear you speaking things, like, cause I'm a debater too. Ask anybody, I'm just like,
I get
I'm
it. I get it.
questioning that. I want to know what, like, how, why.
Yeah, why?
That's
Right.
totally me. So I feel like you're definitely somebody that I just want to pick your brain. You know what I mean? Just for like 10 hours, kick it. You know what I mean? But
With it.
it's
With it. I mean, first and foremost, let me tell you, I'm a fan. You feel me? Let me give you your flowers in terms of your talent, man.
appreciate you,
Like,
man.
you
Thank
are fire, queen. Like, you always been fire. So, like, I just want to give you your flowers if I haven't, because I don't even think we met in person or nothing like
right,
that
right,
yet.
right,
In
right.
this little battle rap small community, we ain't even met yet. So, yeah, like, first and foremost, I'm a fan. I appreciate you reaching out for sure.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. I was trying to. Everybody was tweeting me today. Like, why you not on this card, this new card? I was like,
Oh, yeah,
we'll
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about it. We'll talk about
You
it
should
later.
be.
You know what I
You
mean?
should be. That's
The bag.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
I'm already know. I'm already know. I
You
know.
know
I
how
know.
that go. You know how
Try
that
to
go.
tell my fans now, like my diehard fans, I be trying to tell them, like, listen, man. it's about the bag now. It has to
Mm-hmm.
be, because I have to get compensated for my time and all the heat that I'm gonna take for being a
Yeah.
true. You know what I mean? Like what I
Correct.
do is frowned and shunned upon within this culture. You know,
Mm.
I get the fake looks. Nobody want to hear that shit, Sharif. I got to go through hell, so I got to get compensated for that. You know what I mean? And if that bag ain't right, then I can't do it, because I could do all this pro black righteous conscious rap that I do. I could do that in my music.
Yeah.
So why come over here and be ridiculed for it when I could just do it in my music, and I
Be
got
heard.
fans and be heard. Exactly. So yeah, it's definitely about a bag. So I definitely respect that. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, shit, with me, same shit. It's about time. You know what I mean? I do a lot of shit. You know what I mean? I have a real job type shit. So I'm like, yo, I'm doing that. I'm doing the pod. Like, I love battle rap, and I want to do my part. But
Yeah.
I'm not asking for fucking Lux money. You know what I mean? Like, so it should be
Right.
attainable. That's just my point.
Right. No, I get you.
But yeah, back to regular schedule program.
I
Uh,
get you.
so in the chat we ask people for questions, and so the audience would be heard. So we
Cool.
wrote down some questions that they wanted to know. So I'm gonna spit them out. So all right. So they said, are there any other battles besides Chilla that you think you lost, not counting the 2-on-2? You think you lost versus Chilla?
Well, I I thought I lost right after the battle.
Got
You
you.
know,
Okay, okay.
like I was just alluding to earlier, like my shit be on my sleeve because because I'm passionate about what I'm saying.
Mm.
So you gonna see it all in my
The
face. If
perfectionism, like the
Yeah,
perfectionist.
like because I care, you feel me? So I just think after the battle, because my choke wasn't even that bad. It was like 3 seconds. I was just like,
It just
it
feels
took me
so
like,
much longer when you in the moment.
yeah, when you right there doing it, oh my, that shit is like slow movie type shit. Like, oh my God.
It's
I
a
was up
fact.
there like, what? But yeah, man, I just think because of that, I was kind of super hard on myself. But on the playback, I feel like I got the first clear, he got the second clear, and I think the third is a toss up. And obviously, majority of the people have him winning, which is all good. I get it. But yeah, other than him, I. I didn't feel like I lost the JC battle, but it was a weird one for me. I was confused. Like I didn't get, like I was getting like no reaction, and my show was fire. So when you perform like in front of these stages, like you at the feet of the crowd, like it's whatever they say. I can't argue not getting a reaction and him getting a reaction. That must meant that his shit was fire, mine was it. I don't feel like that in my heart, but so I guess that's the other one. But other than that, no, absolutely not. I feel like I won every battle kind of clearly. Other than that, but yeah, I definitely think obviously Chilla, and then maybe JC.
Got you. Dope.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, what? How many Draco bars do you predict we'll have at Nome?
What? Um,
That's funny.
shit, man. That is a great question. That's a great question. We for sure gonna have one. We for sure gonna have one.
Yeah, I
I'm trying.
wrote
I'm
that.
trying I was trying to think of like which nigga really gonna be that Drake type of nigga that's gonna do all that.
I mean,
I'm trying.
DNA.
Might be my opponent, right? Might be.
Nah.
Might be. I don't know. That's crazy though.
Um, do you like BBWs? I'm dead. Who wrote that? Well, is a BBW in there got a crush on you or something?
What the fuck is that's big booty women?
Big booty women, yeah. Big
Is that
booty.
what BBW is?
Yeah, big booty women. Yeah, I thought it was big booty women or big black women.
Big black women?
It's definitely big booty women. Yeah, big booty
I'm,
women.
I'm gonna plead the fifth, but I'm gonna say, personality is very important. You know what I mean? We're not tripping off what you look like. You got to come with that spirit. You got to come with that soul. You know what I mean?
Right.
Other than that, I can't say that.
Good answer, B Dot. Good
Yeah, yeah.
answer. Ding, 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 ding.
Okay,
You gotta
cool.
come with that song, man. Real.
Yeah, yeah. 100%.
That's a fact. Now, believe it or not, right? Although a lot of men will say, like, verbally, oh yeah, I want a girl with the cake and all that lot. I really do genuinely feel like dudes really do appreciate a woman with a mind. I feel like
100%.
those relationships last the longest. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to just external beauty. Absolutely. Even though if they
Yeah,
don't say it, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. You know what I mean? Damn, I was about to say something. I'm gonna say it anyway. You definitely got it. You definitely gotta have a body to like it. Well, if you that type of man, you feel me? Like, I'm gonna just keep it, but like I'm the type of man where I still like that
Got you.
visual. That visual has to be there. You feel me?
Got you.
But
Right.
yeah, but the soul is very important, and the conversation too. The conversation. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be able to hold a conversation and really be intelligent and spark interest in communication. You know what I mean? Like
hmm
that's very important for me at least. But yeah, shout out to the BBWs though. All
Shout out
love.
to the BBWs. All right. Next question: do you have Geechee Gotti or Rum Nitty winning in the matchup? The
Yeah,
tournament
I've
winners.
been getting this question. So here's how I break it down. Geechee is really angle based. You know, people don't give him credit for that, but like he's gonna he's gonna talk directly about you or whatever you got going on. He's gonna flip it. You know what I mean? So
Facts.
that's the way he wins his battles, and by obviously showing his authenticity and being very comfortable on the stage. Um, so I think this battle is kind of like contingent upon what Geechee wants to do because that's his man's. If Geechee want to really go at Rum, like on some gang banging shit, on like try to pull his Crip card type shit. Like if he's gonna do that and kind of be edging on this on the line of personal, then I think Geechee got that. I think Geechee will win. If Geechee going in there and it's just bars and it's just like I'm gonna just talk my shit versus Rum name flips and his fucking incredible alien type of bars he come up with mind boggling, then I got Rum. So to me, it kind of depends on what Geechee want to do. You
You're
know what I
right.
mean?
You're absolutely
That's
right. Yeah. Because I think if they are going like no holds barred, going
yeah,
all in, Geechee's probably going to be better at that.
yeah,
Um, and
yeah.
you're right. If it's
And
bar for
I don't
bar,
even think Rum would do it. I don't even think Rum would do it. Like Rum ain't the type of nigga to be, to do angles in person. He's not gonna do that. He's just gonna be trying to punch his head off.
facts.
And if it's punches versus Geechee's angles, you know,
Yeah. They're so effective though. Like he almost
yeah.
got like a cheat code, and I just can't figure it out. But I be trying to. I'm like, damn,
Cool.
Geechee. It's like
Oh yeah,
a
he definitely
cheat
got the
code, yo. I'm
he
like, yo,
definitely got
he just don't be
the
losing. He be going up there, looking at the camera and smile. And I'm like, yo, Geechee, get out of
yo,
here, son.
everything, man. Geechee that's just a special talent, man. He's the type of dude you could just put in front of a camera and he gonna be straight. Like whether he talking or rapping, like he just got that charisma. You can't teach that, man. Shout out to Gotti.
That's a fact. Shout out to Gotti for real. Okay, so this is a little on the other side of the spectrum. What book has the biggest impact on you as a person?
Probably trying to see if I got it over here. Oh, yep. This book right here. Yorugu, an African-centered critique of European cultural thought and behavior. So this book, to sum it up, to talk like niggas on the street, this book is telling you how the white motherfuckers think about you, how they think. And let me not include all white people. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The how the system works and how they think inside the system. This book teaches you that. That book blew me away. So for me, it's that. But I don't. When people ask me, I don't usually say that book because it is a hard read, and they be wanting to read it. And I just think like you got to really just have the time to really sit down and crack into that book. So sometimes I don't say that book, but right now that's the first thought that came to mind. Definitely that joint right there.
Dope, dope, dope. Shit. Y'all got the name of the book and the cover and everything. Go get it right now.
Yorugu.
Dope. Do you still fuck with Pickpocket Polite? What is this?
Yo, they
What?
be on brother polite helmet, man. You know, it's one of them things, man. So it's like I'm involved in what they call the conscious community, which is like you got guys out there that that go out there and try to really advocate for the people and speak for the people and lecture and teach the people. You got your Dr. Umars, you got your brother Polites, and a list of other cats that obviously, me being a conscious rapper, I rub elbows with these people. I see them at certain type of conscious events or whatever we may have doing, or we may just reach out to each other just to, share like-minded thoughts and build. So Polite is just another one of the brothers, within the community that does his thing, and I do my own thing. I don't think it's fair to, jumble me up with him just because I know him and whatever he got going on, and he got allegations of scamming the people and things like that. And and me being cool with him or knowing him, they throw me under the bus for it. Like I got something to do with it,
Gotcha.
It's just one of them things, man. It's like whatever. But I do my own.
I didn't know who that was. He's an artist, you said?
No, he's not an artist. He's a what could you call him? He's just shit, man. I don't even know the word. He's just a guy that advocates for Black empowerment. Like he speaks and does lectures and teaches and things of that
nature. Like a motivational speaker, kind of, in a sense.
I guess you could say that. I guess he's been, if you look him up, you'll come across him real quick. He's been on Breakfast Club and all that. Like he's a very popular conscious dude within the community.
Gotcha.
And a lot of people have issues with him, and they try to pin it on me. I'm like, come on, man. Yeah. Crazy.
Don't pin it on B-Dot, man. He ain't got nothing to do with that.
I'm my own man. You feel me?
So, the Deluxe battle, right? Everybody wants it to happen. It's probably like one of the, up there with one of the most anticipated joints. What's that like? Like, is it going down? Is one of the
I don't think it'll ever happen. To be honest with you, I don't think it'll ever happen. I'm not chasing it or pursuing it. If it comes across if they call me, 100%. Like, who's gonna turn down a low Deluxe battle? First of all, you about to get the most you ever got paid in your life. First of all, we was just talking about the bag. Second of all, this is the GOAT of battle rap. Like, I'm not gonna turn down that opportunity. But I just don't think he's interested, and I don't think he has natural contention with me, as I don't have with him either. But I think he's driven off of like contention and like, what's the purpose of this? And I respect that, and I dig that. I don't think he has any issues with me other than people in his ears saying, "Oh, he trying to be like you." B-Dot trying to be Baby Lux, whoop de whoop. Other than that, I don't think he has any natural contention when he sees what I do. I think he's like, oh, that's dope. Even in his mind, if he is saying some little sideways shit, like, oh, look at him trying to be like me. Even if he's saying that, it's still like there's no contention there. It's just like he's cool with it. You know what I mean? So I don't think that battle will ever happen, especially after him and Daylight. I just don't think I don't foresee it. Again, though, if they call, yeah, I'm gonna do it 100%. But I don't think it's.
But I mean, you are influenced by luck in some shape or form, right?
100%. Yeah. No, I never deviated from that truth about myself. I think that what happened to me is around that time period when I was telling you about when I dropped that album, when you asked me the Elevate question. Obviously, always been a big fan of battle rap. Always been a battle rapper since a kid, like most of us. We battle in the lunchroom and all that, whatever. But when I seen him do what he did versus Calico, obviously it was a big influence. It was like, oh, we could do that. Oh, niggas is doing that. Oh, niggas is dropping knowledge in battles. Oh, for sure. So that was kind of like my segue into the game, like looking at it like, oh, I could do that. You know what I mean? And I think early in my career, perhaps his influence was a little too heavy, like a little too noticeable. You know what I mean? Like. But now, man, it's whatever. I think it's just a stigma that's just gonna stick with me. I don't think we sound anything alike. I don't structure my bars like him. I don't deliver them like him. To his credit, like I think he's a lot more smoother. I think he has a lot more like influxes. Like I think he has a lot more character in his rhyming and shit. He'll be loud and he'll bring it back. He just does phenomenal shit that I don't even do or don't even have the talent to do. So I think it's kind of like a disservice or discredit to him when they do the comparison. I think that I have my own style and I kind of like zoned in on it. Like my shit is aggressive. My shit is in your face. My shit is still street. Like It's not like Mr. Peace, my brother. Let me tell you. Let
Right.
me read this book. Like I
It's
don't
not
even be coming
Sharif.
at niggas. Like,
It's not Sharif.
yeah, yeah. It's really not Sharif. Like, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, they don't call me that. But I try to make sure my shit is balanced. Like with this, because I want to talk to the street niggas. I want them to be intrigued or interested in what I'm talking about. So I try to make sure I'm still kind of street, you know, while I'm trying to drop knowledge and shit like that. So I don't think we're alike.
Because you
But
deliver it in a way that we still can understand as people from the
right,
street.
right,
You know what
that
I'm
too,
saying?
right,
So I
that
think
too.
that's what's most important about your message.
Yeah,
Obviously, just being gang related and things like that, being in that life, uh, it's important that there's people like you within those communities
yeah,
because
yeah,
like in a lot of battles y'all bring it up, like gangs were originally made up for these things, you know what I'm saying? So like
yeah,
it's good to see you in that and speaking on it, because I think
yeah.
a lot of people do learn from a lot of things that you say, and just are it's just a dope, it's just dope. Like I give credit the same kind of way to Loso and A
Yeah,
Ward and how they
yeah,
have,
yep,
they're Christian and proud, and they're like, yo, I'ma deliver it still in the way you can understand, but I love
yep,
God. You know what I mean?
yep,
So it's like,
yep.
yo, this is dope,
That's
I could
yeah, and
appreciate that.
we got to hear everybody's story. It's
Mm,
all we all play a part in each other's lives, knowingly or unknowingly. You know what I mean? Everybody's story, whether it's going to inspire you, influence you, or give you direction to not go their way, whatever. Like we all need to share our stories and our perspectives, and which kind of like goes full circle all the way back to the purpose of me and DNA's battle. I think it's needed in the culture. You can't just have guns, 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 guns. You gotta have one battle in there where niggas is talking about
some
something of
relief.
substance.
Some
You
relief.
know, yeah, like we gotta have a nice balance. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So yeah, yeah.
So, but besides yourself, what matchup are you most excited to see that night at Nome?
That's a tough one. It's a lot of them, but if I
Shit.
had to pick,
Mm-hmm.
it's a crazy card. But if I had to pick, I'm going Danny versus Real Sick. Yeah,
Danny versus
I'm
Real Sick. I
yeah.
expected Geechee. I thought he was gonna say Geechee.
That's
Um,
what I'm saying. It's tough. It's tough. It's either that or yeah, it's tough. But I just think no, I can't even say that. I was gonna say I think Danny and Sick might be more of a competitive battle, but no, I think Geechee and Rum gonna go to war. I can't.
mm.
Both of those joints. I think those is my top two for sure.
What do you like about Danny as a battle rapper?
Man, his I feel like you're being funny. You being funny?
No, that's a dead ass question, bro. Like,
I thought he was like, what you like
like
about this nigga?
what?
Because why do you like it? No, I'm kidding. Nah, but Danny's fire though. I
Yo.
think what I like about Danny is just his consistent punch level. It's literally like every two bars, and it's just like, how do you think of shit that consistent? You know, I'm not a
Yeah.
writer like that. I'm more like because I'm more like I would consider myself an artist. Like as far as the music, like I write like theme wise.
Mm.
My rounds have themes to them that connect. So it's my brain don't work like back to back punchlines. So I'm always amazed at Danny and how many punchlines he can fit in one round. They're literally like back to back to back.
Facts.
Crazy breath control, crazy energy. He's just a little Tasmanian devil, man. He's just a little monster, man. Like
I
that
could
dude is.
I respect his bars. Like what you said. Like he does bar very often, opposed to like me. Like I wanna make a whole scene. Like I wanna go from A to B
Of
and
course,
B to C, so you could
yeah, yes,
feel
in
it
the
at the
punch,
end.
yeah, yeah,
He's very ha 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 ha. The
yeah, straight
only
to it.
thing I feel like if he improved, yo, he would be so much better. I just think he doesn't leave room to elevate. No pun
Yeah,
intended. Like
got you.
he starts off on 10 and
Hmm.
ends on 10. I
I
feel
got
like
you.
if he starts maybe at like a 6 and then
Walk
goes
you
into a
through it.
9 and then a
Yeah,
10, I feel like
yeah.
he'd be a lot more effective. I just
I
feel
see what
like
you're saying.
it's just one
That
tone, you know?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That goes into showmanship. I see what you're saying. I see what you're
Yeah.
saying. He doesn't even have to change any bars, like write
No.
anything. He can deliver them differently. Kind of like what I was talking about, like that Lux does very well. It's just like this roller coaster ride of tone.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I get what you're saying. I could dig that. I could dig
I
that.
feel like if he did that more, he would
Yeah,
be so much better in my eyes. At least that's my absolute personal opinion.
I got you.
My dumb advice. That's my dumb advice. Uh, so
Got
I got you, Danny. We gonna hold it down. Uh, oh, question. So
yeah.
there was some chatter, obviously, about you battling Yoshi G. Is that going
hmm
down? Is that happening?
I, yeah, I think I'm gonna sit out for the rest of the year, and that'll probably be the only other battle I take. You
Got you.
know, uh,
So what really sparked that? What sparked that? I mean, I know
I
the
wasn't.
chatter of her being, a hoe and she's proud of it, and maybe you're
Yeah,
the father figure that's gonna sit her down and tell her, Queen, you ain't supposed
you
to be
know,
doing this shit.
you know what's interesting, and this will probably be giving away my approach, but I'll make it fancy when the battle happens anyway. But
Mm-hmm.
what's interesting about the battle is that it gives me an opportunity to be introspective and relate with her.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That's as far as I could go without giving away my approach. But it just gives me a creative opportunity to do something that people are not going to see coming. I'm not. Why
Got
would I
you.
take a battle with Yoshi and do exactly what motherfuckers think I'm gonna do,
True.
and go in there and be like, "Look, sister, you shouldn't be doing this,"
Right.
and dude, like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna find a way to make that message still prevalent within the bars, but I'm gonna find a more creative way to do it. And it hit me one day. It hit me, and I had it. I'm like, that's how I'm gonna do that. So I'm excited about it from a creative perspective. Unfortunately, I think she gotta get back hot again though. You know what I mean? Like I think she
Mm-hmm.
was really fire after the what should call the joint? What's the other home girl? She fired too that she battled. The little tiny little thing
Oh
she
yeah,
battled too.
Tori
Yeah, Tori
Doe.
Doe.
Tori Doe.
Yeah. Right after the Tori Doe battle, like Yoshi was
She
like
was
fire.
hot.
They thought she like 30 Tori and all that. So
Mm.
I think right after that, me and her started like having our little playful back to back, shit talking on Twitter, and that's when the conversation was really hot. It kind of died down, but who knows, man? Hopefully, it picks back up, and I would definitely like to do that battle before the year's up.
Gotcha. I mean,
Yeah,
now that females and the queens are a little bit more uh in the light right now, because
yeah,
obviously I've been doing this
right.
shit. I've been
Oh,
I've been putting bitches on the mat for a long time, but
yeah,
now with caffeine and a lot more female battles, a lot more intergender battles. Like, what's your
yeah,
opinion of like the queens that's been coming on and just well, how you feel about it? Do you feel like there's
yeah,
some talented women out there? Cause I
yeah,
know one time I asked Lux, yo, can we battle? Like, I would just
yeah.
battle you, and I would probably quit after that. I'd be like,
Yeah.
fuck that. Like, my Kings
Last
versus
nothing,
Queens was
last
versus
ball. Yeah,
Lux. Drops
right,
mic. You know what I mean? And
hundred
he was
percent.
like, nah, Queen, I
Yeah,
can't give the work to a lady. I Queen, not my work. I can't.
yeah,
So I'm like, I don't know if I should be offended or feel respected. Like, I didn't
yeah,
know
yeah, yeah.
what. So in his
No, I
mind,
totally get where you're coming from. I totally get where you're coming from because it's just it's certain things you would have to say
that's what he was
that
saying.
yeah, like it's certain things you like you know what I mean. It's certain things you would have to say that you wouldn't say in a normal conversation when
Mm,
when talking to a woman or about a woman. It's just I know what cloth he's cut from, so I respect it. Like there's a certain level of like we try to honor and show respect to women a certain way. You know what I mean?
right.
So I get it. I get it. I get it. But um,
But Yoshi
I'm
gonna
gonna
get
do.
this work.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna find a creative way to do it. Like I promise you this. I promise you won't hear bitch, hoe, cunt, whatever other derogatory word that is said often in those battles. Like you're not gonna hear me speak like that about her. I'm gonna find a effective way to cut her up. That's more like, wow, oh, I never thought about that, or some shit like that. You know what I mean? I think that'd be my clever way to do it. But again, she got to get back hot. I'm hoping she got the uh what's the old girl name Yamaguchi battle or whatever coming
Mm-hmm.
up. Chris Yamaguchi, I think she got coming up. So hopefully she get busy and the talk will come back up.
Got you. Would that be your first intergender battle?
No, I did one. So Okay, so I did one with So Finesse. I'm not sure if you're familiar.
That's so
Sister
finesse.
Outspoken.
Oh
That's she a
yes,
West Coast.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
yeah.
yes. I
I
saw
did
that.
one. That's my sister. She's a queen. She a goddess. So we did a 1 round battle at the homie Dre Vicious's baby shower. Or I'm sorry, was it a baby shower or gender reveal?
Gender
Baby
reveal.
shower.
Uh,
No, because Geechee battled RX on the gender
yes,
reveal.
yes, yes,
So
yes,
we did,
yes.
yeah. So we did the baby shower, and it was more about kicking the knowledge and more about being like respectful more than anything.
Mm,
So I don't necessarily count that one because neither her or I were trying to like kill each other. You know what I mean? It was to put on a good show. So technically, no. Technically, Yoshi would be my first time going 3 rounds, really trying to win a battle.
got you.
So I'm
Like
excited about it. I'm looking forward to it.
I get the storyline because that's kind of how they built it, right? B dot conscious and
Yeah.
Yoshi lost. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I see the
Yeah.
angle, but I would say I would like to see you battle a female who has a better lyrical ability. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
Okay.
keep your mind still open to those things.
Oh yeah.
Cause I
Yeah.
would
Yeah.
love to see that.
Yeah, I'm not. You know what's funny? Me and Casey J was booked.
Mm.
Me, me and Casey J was booked. I got a whole round for Casey J
What
that I was working
happened?
on.
What happened to that?
They dubbed it. I don't know what happened. Out of nowhere, they dubbed it.
Oh
They
shit.
dubbed it.
I
Yeah,
mean,
this was
hey,
supposed to happen.
we here for it. You know what I'm
So
saying?
I say that to say I'm open. Like I'm not even saying like Yoshi G gonna be my last, intergender battle or whatever. I'm
Mm.
open. Like I'm with it. I'm with it. But for this year, because I'm focused on my music, I think for this year after the DNA joint, I'm gonna just do one more, and maybe that'll be the Yoshi joint. So
Got you. And look, man, I still haven't done the Kings versus Queens. So just saying, you still
hey,
could be on the menu.
line it up,
Just
shit, line it up. I'm with it, Queen. Line it
line
up.
it up.
I ain't tripping. I
I
ain't tripping.
got you. That's funny. Somebody asked, would you battle Surf? I don't know why, but
100%,
yeah.
100%, hundred
Um,
percent.
I feel like a lot of people kind of want to battle Surf. I don't know where he's at, where his head is at, and like if he's staying to the Sue Sharp shit or is he
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
back? But what do
yeah.
you think of Surf lately? Because obviously Surf is he's one of them ones, right? I'm not gonna lie and say that he hasn't made a mark in this culture, but his last
Legend.
couple of performances have been obviously not what we expected, right? He's doing a lot of the Jersey. Do you think it's to his talent or he just don't give a fuck?
I think it's hard to give a fuck when you getting a consistent bag.
Mm,
I think it's hard to give a fuck. Like I started seeing it in myself. I had to push myself. Like, dog, you ain't making. You know what I mean? I had to tell myself, like, my nigga, you ain't making no real money. Chill, dog. Like, go hard. You feel me?
right.
But I can't even imagine, like, the type of bags he getting from many different avenues and many different streams of income. So I'm pretty sure it takes a toll on you because battle rap is a tough sport. Like, they love
Mm,
you, they hate you. So it's like,
that's a
why
fact.
even, you know what I mean? Like, why even give them your talent if you're gonna be hated and all that, and then you getting a bag over here and a bag over there, just make a nigga be like, man, I'm getting these bags. That's why
Yeah.
he's doing this the Sue Sharp shit, because that caffeine check is different. And
No,
you getting a check,
yeah.
you just flying in and commentating on battle rap. Yeah, you already know. Come on now. You know what's up. You know what's
The
up.
vibes.
You know what's up. So it's like you get to fly in and just commentate on battle rap and get a bag, and you ain't got to deal with the stress of writing raps and getting on stage. Of course, of course.
That's a
I
fact.
personally liked his material versus Lux. I thought his first round verse 40 was fire too. I liked his material versus Lux. I think that it was a confident shot to a nigga that's used to moving crowds, and he first time he in there in front of one of the best rappers we ever heard in life, and there's no crowd to give him that confidence that he's fucking with the nigga. That could play a mind fuck with you, you know what I mean? So, but I liked his actual material, and I think in front of a crowd, he would have had more confidence and more umph to it, and he would have
Mm-hmm.
probably made that battle a more debatable battle because Lux was kind of like that battle.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So
And that was like
yeah,
one of the first couple events. It wasn't like, they
yeah,
wasn't it was one of those
that was
we
known
still
last
trying
year.
to
Yeah,
figure it out, right? Like we
yeah.
still trying to
That
see.
was
He
the
was talking
first.
about the echo in the room and all that. Oh, it's an
Yeah,
echo
yeah.
in here. Oh shit, the
Oh, that shit
echo.
was wild.
stir
That
up
shit was wild.
echoes.
Them echoes is crazy though, man. Them echoes. I'm so happy the first time when I was first to battle when I was supposed to battle Suge and he didn't make it, that event had a crazy echo. And I'm happy that nigga I probably would have choked because
Grateful,
that echo,
grateful.
yeah, I'm like that echo was crazy. That shit
Uh,
would have been like coming right back to a nigga. I'm good. Fuck them echoes. I feel sorry from that for real.
Nah, man. I mean, just the caffeine. I've never battled on caffeine yet. But I felt like when I did observe what was going on, it is a lot different than what I'm used to. You know, a lot
Yeah,
of energy we do get from the crowd.
yeah,
And just that feeling when a punch hits and everybody's
yeah,
going crazy and you just feel like the
yeah,
highest being on earth. And
yeah.
I feel like it's hard to get that in a small room with a limited amount of people. But now that they're
Cool,
just, it's a small room, but it's still a crowd. I still think people just
cool
making
crowd.
it happen. Yeah. You know, as
Yeah, yeah,
long
it's a
as I
cool
get a
crowd.
couple, I'm all right.
Yeah,
You know, I'll
yeah,
make it
yeah,
work. I'll make it
yeah.
work.
It's tough. People don't know. Like, I don't think the fans understand like how much that contributes to your stamina throughout your battle. When you getting love, when you're hearing a little bit of love, it excites you to get to your next bar and to get to your next round. It's kind of like
Yes.
gas, in a good way. Like it
Yeah.
fills you up when you get into the next round. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough. So yeah, I'm kind of happy that there's like a somewhat of a crowd that's
Back.
like right there next to you, like close. Because the chiller joint, man, them niggas is like 15 feet away, and it was
Right.
like, yeah, it's like what the fuck,
Like,
like
what's
man,
going on here? Yeah, that was
that was the
weird. It was one of the
it was
most weirdest setups.
it was weird as fuck.
Yeah.
And I was telling Smack right before, I'm like, why you just don't bring them niggas over here? Like you got them niggas way back there at the bus stop, my nigga. Like, what are we doing? Like, bring them niggas over here, bro. Like, but they wasn't having it.
But
But
what was that about? Oh, it was the COVID thing, like 6 feet. That's what they was trying to do, or
no, they
was it
thought
a
they looked
look?
no aesthetically, they thought it looked dope.
Oh,
Yeah, niggas is bugging. I'm like, that shit don't look dope, fam. Like, nah, that shit.
see, that's a
Yeah,
learning process for them.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. They
feel like
learned.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
learning curve. Like yeah,
they
you
learned
might
for
think
sure.
this looks dope, but we need to bring
Yeah,
it in. We need to be a little more
yeah,
intimate on this side. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Sheesh.
For real,
But
for real.
I always ask every guest who comes on the show the 4-4 question, and
Okay,
basically it's what battle rapper you like for what reason. So the
okay.
first one is what battle rapper you like for laughs, meaning yo they're comedians, they funny, you could count on them to get a good key. You know what I mean?
Uh, yeah, that's a good question. It's a lot of niggas that's funny. Damn, I'm gonna say the old clean paper, the old
Mm,
clean paper.
the
When
old
he
clean
was
paper.
when he was on his shit, that nigga was funny as shit. He used to have me
True,
dying.
true,
He
true,
used to have me
true.
dying. I'm gonna say clean paper for that one.
I take that. That's a good one, and that's a little different too, cause nobody ain't said him yet.
Yeah.
Um, dope. All right, and the second one is what battle rapper you prefer for bars, besides yourself, of course.
Now, see, bars is like what kind of bars we talking about though?
That
You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
nobody
Because
ever asked that.
yeah, I feel like I got bars. Some niggas will say I don't because it's like substance and they're gonna call it filler. So it's kind of that's a tricky question. But if I was answering it like from a pure battle rap fan perspective, I gotta go Rum Nitty. He just says shit that I'm like, how? How did you? How? Like what? Nigga? Like
What were you
he
thinking
just said,
about?
yeah, like I don't even know. I don't know what that nigga smoked. I think he smoked like a special strand of weed that's never been like released to the public. Like he smoked some shit that just that nigga mind is
Yeah,
different.
he got the limitless pill. He
He
got
got
them
to.
shits.
He got to man. This
He be
shit. I
like,
don't even understand.
oh, it's going down.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, you already know. His shit, yeah, he's next
Yo,
level.
shout out to Nitty, man. Nitty is definitely getting a My Dumb Advice award coming to him, cause he is the most said in that category, and I thought it was a nice touch to even add to the show. So for the 4-4s, I have 4 trophies at the end of the year, and I'll give it to the person who got the most votes. But
Oh,
right
that's
now,
fire.
Nitty is
Fire.
winning by far,
Oh man,
landslide on the bar
he
title.
deserves it.
So
He
shout out to
deserves
Rum
it.
Nitty for real. The third one is what battle rapper you like for now, meaning they dope right now, they buzzing, but you don't see a longevity. You don't see that they gonna be here 10 years from now, like a Loaded Lux. You know what I'm saying? And usually it has
Mm,
to be a rookie, because if they're not a rookie, then obviously they already been around.
That's a tough question. I don't want. And it's tough to answer because it sounds like you dissing somebody, low
Well,
key.
well, that's
You
what
know what I mean?
everybody be like. What?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
But I mean,
That's why,
it do
I
sound
was
like
so
you dissing
surprised
them.
when Prep said my name. Like what?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I
Like
was
what?
like, what? Did you
Yeah, I'm
hear my
like what?
reaction?
Yeah, I did. I'm like, yeah, didn't know what's up, nigga. She like, what, nigga? You got it. But then that's a tough question, man. I guess I'll try to phrase it. I'll try to say it this way. It's not that I don't believe that an artist that I would say is not going to be here in 10 years. I would just say that their style is not going to be appreciated for that much longer.
That makes
And
sense.
that person I would probably say like Kid Chaos. I think what he does is very detailed and very elongated sometimes, which I could relate to, which I think is dope. But I don't think the culture is not going to let him be great for as long as he should be great, is what I mean to say.
I
So
see that.
hopefully I say that in a way that's not disrespectful, but that's what I mean. Like even fuck it, I'll say myself. You know what I mean? Like
He'll have to
but
find a
in
way to
that way,
refine it and like,
yeah.
like recreate it so that it's more digestible to the
Yeah,
fans.
yeah, yeah. That part too. And he might be able to do that a lot better than I've been able to do. Who knows? You know what I mean? But if he was asking me right now with his style right now, I don't think the culture is gonna allow him to be great, on them big stages and that kind of stuff. They're just,
I
they'll say
agree.
it's fake, try to drown him out.
Cause I feel like like just think of Summer Madness before Corona, before pandemic. People
Mm-hmm.
would boo you if you came to that 6 bar and there was no immediate
And,
push. Yeah,
yeah,
they
man.
like, this is bar 5. You
Right.
ain't what are you doing?
This
Boo!
is
Fuck this!
God
Boo!
on
Ooh.
everything.
Facts.
Everything.
Like if
That's
you
how I
don't
feel.
hit every full or damn
How I
near
feel.
every 2, they like, nah, I'm bored. And half them
And I,
people was in there standing for hours already, so they don't got time to listen to this story.
yeah, that's crazy though. That's so unfortunate.
It
That's crazy
is.
because we're losing such a great piece of the art. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like rapping and storytelling, like that's a part of this shit. But hey, whatever.
Nah, that's a
What they-
fact. You right, man. You right. Okay, and the fourth one is what battle rapper you like forever is gonna be in your top 5. No matter how you switch it around, this person will remain in your forever in your top 5.
Um, can I say two? Mook and Lux.
Yeah,
Mook,
Mookie and
Mook and
Lux.
Lux. Mook and Lux will never. You'll never be able to rearrange them or take them out of my personal top 5. They done too much for the game. They
Mm-hmm.
put down so many other of us have picked up from. Like it's impossible. You remove them two from the game, you got to remove a lot of battle rappers that came underneath them. Like in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion, my
No,
personal opinion. Yeah,
that's
I'm not.
very
I'm not.
true. Very true. So when they
Mm.
battled each other, who you think got it? Who you think won that battle?
The second time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Mook got that clear.
Mook. With
Yeah, I
do
think
you
Mook
rank
got
Mook?
that clear. I think. Yeah, I think Lux, which I could relate to during that time, was hearing so much of "We're tired of that shit, Sharif," that he was like, "All right, versus Mook, I'm gonna try something different," and it didn't work. Now, if he would have
Is
just
that when he
approached
did
Mook,
the money making Mitch joint?
yeah, I think it was the Alpo. Yeah, yeah, he was. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know if it was
the
Alpo or Money
Gucci,
Making.
was it the Gucci? Well, he battled on the Eminem joint. Was that the first or the second time?
That was the second
That
joint. Yeah, the
yeah,
Tony
yeah,
Slaughter.
obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Tony Slaughter. That
Total
yeah.
slaughter.
Yeah, that joint. I think he just took the wrong approach because he was hearing so much of that from his Calico and Hollow battle. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know if that's
We
true or
see
not, but
to the fans and to the crowd, you see how much influence you may have on the artist, man. Sometimes when
uh,
we hear certain things, like we're human beings, man. Sometimes that shit sit in the back of our mind, and we just trying to figure shit out. You know what I mean?
nah,
Just don't be too hard on your favorite rapper, alright? Man, hold them
right,
down. If they
right,
really
for
your
real,
favorite rapper, support them in a positive way that's gonna uplift them to perform
for
even
real,
better the next time you watch, so that you
for
get a
real.
better performance out of them. Just
No,
saying.
that's a fact.
That's my
That's a
dumb
fact.
advice. Just saying.
I fuck with that.
Um,
That's
Speaking of top 5s, who is currently in your top 5 right now?
Currently, so this ain't like no legends or nothing, just currently.
Mm-hmm.
Rum, Geechee, Danny, Real Sick, and the fifth spot can go to Chilla or Loso.
Mm.
Both of my bros. Yeah, so I would say those five. Fifth spot, Chilla or Loso.
Dope, dope. All
Yeah.
right, that's dope. Top five.
Mhm.
You mentioned earlier, right, that you had got signed to a label. Are you still with them at the moment?
Nah, not that label. Nah, that label went under. I've been signed a couple times to just small independent labels, and on top of that, my pop's been in the music industry like my whole life since I was a kid. So
Mm.
I signed to this label too. As soon as I dropped out of college, I signed to my pop's label. At the time, they had distribution through Universal. They were signed to the Universal and all kind of dope shit.
Oh shit, dope.
But yeah, that didn't work out neither. So right now, I'm currently independent. I'm finna. A label is another independent label is interested and they kind of like court me on this shit, but I kind of just want to drop this project. I feel like I got a big enough fan base and a cool following right now where I could drop a project and reap the benefits solely directly to me. I don't
Mm.
really see a label right now. Like in my negotiation with them, I'm like, I don't really know how much you could do for me, really. Like, I got
Mm.
people that shooting videos for the low. So it's not like I need you to dump a lot of money into music videos. As far as
Mm.
promotion, we in the internet age, all that shit is you could do that shit yourself. We don't
Mm.
need this ain't the payola days where you got to go to the radio station and ask them to play
Pay
your
them.
record.
Mm.
Yeah, you ain't got to do that. Like we in a whole different age right now. You could just drop your music on social media and your fan base will go stream it. So
Mm.
I'm just in the process of trying to figure out what I want to do with this album because they wanna sign me and drop it, but I'm more like, nah, I think I want to release it myself and see how successful it goes, and then we could talk.
Dope,
So
dope. So, what's the current project you're working on right now?
I it's not titled yet per se. I might have a title, but I'm gonna hold off on it until I'm 100%.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'm definitely working hard. I really believe this is like the best music that I've ever made, and I know you're an artist. Sometimes you just in the lab and it's just flowing. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Everything just clicking. You just throw a beat on, you automatically get the concept, get the rhyme pattern, and I've been
On
not
go.
missing lab. Like I just been hitting all net like
It's a beautiful
so.
feeling.
It is, and I'm so mad that it happened right before I got a fucking battle.
Mm.
Cause I'm, bro, like, I've been in the studio like all week, every week, and then on top of that, trying to prepare for this battle. I never wanted to mix up the two. I've always kept them separate. If I got a
Same.
battle, I got a battle. If I'm working on a project, I'm working on a project.
Mm.
Unfortunately, I just caught a nice streak with the music while URL offered me the biggest bag I've ever been offered and the biggest opportunity potentially I've ever gotten. So I just couldn't turn it down.
Word.
But but yeah, I'm definitely in music mode, man. For real, for real. Matter of fact, I think I might be dropping something the day of known. So look out
Fire.
for that.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope. 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 Your pops. How did he like? Was he like an artist himself, which got him into like or having a label, or was he
He was a,
always just the manager,
he was a producer. Yeah, he was a
producer?
producer first. Yeah, he's a producer first. He did the usual routine, like talented producer, links up with the street niggas in the area that got
Mm.
bread. You know what I mean? The D boys of the area that got bread and want to put up some bread and start a label. He did that type of shit. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
My pop's always been like a go getter, always a talented dude. Man, when I was a kid, like I grew up just it was crazy. I used to just see like him fucking with certain niggas coming to the house like Easy E, Dre, Cube. I'm like 5, 6 years old seeing these niggas and shit. And yeah, it was kind of like my upbringing. My upbringing was definitely like seeing my pops do his thing and produce
Mm.
for certain people and rub elbows with certain people and shit like that. So that was definitely like a big influence, obviously, of why I even fell in love with rap and hip hop in the first place. Like my
Gotcha.
pops had me on all that shit for sure.
Your pops is still heavily involved in your career.
Yeah, from a perspective of just like advice, like I think he respects me as a man. You know what I mean? Especially at this point in my life, I'm 35 years old. It ain't really
Right,
nothing
right,
you
right.
can. You know what I mean? Like I'm a grown ass man, so like he just from the outside looking in, encourages me and always, if I need to hit him about some paperwork type shit, like I send him all my contracts. Like
Mm.
he know the music industry contracts like the back of his hand. So anytime I get a proposal or any type of potential deal, I run it his way. He sent it back to me, all kind of red marking
revisions.
Yeah, revisions like a motherfucker. So, man, shout out to my pops, Charlie B. Man, I definitely wouldn't be who I am without him. That's a fact, 100%.
What's his like reactions to your battles? Is he like, oh my god, you whacked on him, or he just be like, yeah, I like music more than the battles?
Oh, he for sure says that. Like he be like, I don't even know. He be like, why you battle? Like you make dope music. Like he not crazy about the battles because he just feel like. Cause he know me, like he know my temperament and all that. He just kind of feel like, why you standing in front of these dudes? Like you gonna fuck around and knock one of these niggas out one day. Like, you know what I mean? Like he like, what are you doing? But he know I'm getting decent money just to get up there and rap, for a couple minutes. So. But nah, he be he be having crazy stories. Like last week, he at the dentist getting his teeth done and shit, and they get to talking about music and rapping. And the dentist was like, yeah, I'm in the battle rap, man. I really like this cat named B-Dot. My pops is like, B-Dot? You know what I mean? Like, he getting his teeth done and shit. And he like, B-Dot, that's my son. Like,
my real son.
That's my son. Yeah, he's like, nah, no way. That's not your son. And my pops had to show him pictures and all kind of shit. So, yeah, he be getting hit with that kind of shit. So, he be proud. He be hitting me and shit. Like, man, this dentist knew who you was. That's crazy. So, yeah, he's a proud father for sure.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to your pops, man. It's always dope when it runs in the family. You know what I'm saying? I always wish that, my pops was like into music or something. Obviously he's into music, but he's not a part of it. You know what I mean? But my parents always been very supportive of my career and like really super proud, like super fans. You know what I mean? Like, oh, look at my daughter, like putting me on Facebook and shit. Like, oh, I'm mad corny. It's crazy. But you gotta love him, man. You gotta love him.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
So, which bring me to my dumb advice, right? When I say my dumb advice, it means kind of like amazing advice. So, what would be your dumb advice to the world, or any message that you want to put out there? Like, I mean, it has to be like my dumb advice. So it's kind of like, like basically what I said. When I say it's my dumb advice, it just means really good advice. Device.
I'm sorry, your shit breaking up a little bit. Say that one more time.
So if you had one piece of dumb advice to give, what would that dumb advice be? And when I say dumb advice, I mean good. Nah. Like, it's a metaphor for like really good advice. You ever heard somebody? You ever heard somebody say like, yo, I wouldn't do that if I was you, but that's just my dumb advice. Like, don't listen to me.
Yeah.
But you should listen to me, type shit.
I got you. I got you. Damn, that's a good one. I guess my dumb advice would just be like, I don't know. Don't go with the crowd. Don't go with the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself at all times. Like, it's whatever's for you is for you, and whatever your destiny is, whatever your life path is, you just stay the course. Just stay the course. Don't try to be like nobody else. I see people who lose themselves and try to be other people, and then the worst shit happens to them trying to be in another motherfucker's lane. You know what I'm saying? Like, you stay in your lane, your path is for you. You know what I mean? As soon as you get out of your lane, you get smacked across the head. It happened to me a couple times too. You know what I mean? So I get it. So I would just say my dumb advice would just be, man, be yourself, love yourself. You perfect the way you are. Live your life.
Dope, man. Appreciate that, man. Yo, man, everybody give it up for B-Dot. Throw some props in the chat for more fucking B-Dot.
Appreciate y'all.
Give him some love. Hey. Throw the unicorns and the potatoes. Throw the fancy ones on there. Keep it on it.
Appreciate that. That's love.
But man, thanks for coming on, man. I really appreciate it. I do want to holler at you some more. Want to get you on the show after the battle and talk a little bit about, how you won and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Got you. So, for everybody out there, just let them know, where they can find you. If they never heard of B-Dot ever in their life, how can they get to you?
Yeah, so Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that is B.the God, and there's underscores, in between the words. So B underscore dot underscore the underscore God. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that. Stream my music. Just search me on Tidal, Apple, all that good shit. You can just type in B.the God. All my shit to come up. I appreciate the love and support. Oh, also b.thegod.com is where you can stream my music as well as purchase some of my merchandise, the Elevate t-shirts. I got one of my t-shirts on right now. Change. This t-shirt is advocating for gang truce and gang peace, as you can see, like the red and the blue and all that. So yeah, just check me out. I appreciate it.
Dope. Man, I need a shirt. It's on the site too.
I got you. Oh, don't even trip. I got you.
Send that. I'm gonna send you the
I
Addy. I need it.
Yeah, send me the Addy. I got you. No, don't even trip.
Say less. But man, again, thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate you. Ms.Fit, thanks for coming on.
No doubt.
Man.
All right, no doubt. Peace.
That was motherfucking B-Dot in the building, man. Super dope guy, man. Super, elevated. I feel like the word of the day is elevated, man. Because sometimes you just need that. I feel like in battle rap, at least for me, he's something fresh. Like I said, like he said earlier, we all like to shoot things up, but sometimes from time to time, you want to hear something different. And I think B-Dot really does that for me. You know what I mean? He's one of those guys that gives me a dose of something else. You know what I mean? And I really, really, really appreciate that from him. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Prop Game, where you at? What up?
Hey.
Lil Feats, Izzy BK, what's good? How you feeling? Ray Poole, what's poppin'? TX Acid, what's good, baby? Lil Feats, what up?
I like poppin' bottles, I like nasty hoes, I like fucking models, out they fancy clothes. I lie.
Let's go.
I like poppin' bottles,
I'm finna be a
I like
DJ.
nasty hoes, I like fucking models, out they fancy clothes. I lie. Don't spill my drink. Chill, nigga, watch your stats. They Nikes, you just said. So they like me, y'all upset. I be writing for the best, but I'm pricey, cut the check. Chicks invite me for the sex, so I piped it, then I left. On this site that's on my neck. Get a hype and leave it wet. This ain't high key, I'm a vet. Bitch, I'm spicy, so respect. Who these hoes admire me? See that way they eyeing me. You want that work? I got that work. Look, baby, you can hire me. Foes don't want no rivalry. On my shit, they riding me. Take your shine, your waste so time. I take what's mine, that's robbery. Yeah, I don't want no drama, please. She so cold, I gotta be. See it, then I like it, then I buy it. That's the finer things. I like popping bottles.
Oh, I wanted to shout out Real Deal. I actually have his shirt right here. Charlie is his dad, and he passed, I believe, due to a medical malpractice. And Real Deal has a whole movement going on, and shout out to him. And if anybody in any shape or form that you can support him, please do that. First of all, he was on the episode of Mio, and I was so touched by his story, and the only way I can help is to at least spread the word. So shout out to Real Deal, and rest in peace to Charlie. Rest in peace. So his Instagram is Real Deal Raps, and the hashtag is Justice for Charlie. So make sure y'all check that out. Follow Real Deal. So it's Real Deal Raps, hashtag Justice for Charlie. Make sure you check it out. Justice for Charlie, y'all. Hold them down, man, for real. Real people do real things, and we support real good causes, especially if it's for people in your community. So we gonna hold them down. Battle rap gotcha. You heard me? But yeah, I wanted to touch on a little bit of, a couple little topics before I get out of here. I told you after the interview we was going to discuss a bit. So one about heir to the throne. I did want to make a comment on that. So about Heir to the Throne. I promise y'all, man, I really wanted to be a part of this event. I really did. And it's pretty simple, right? I gave a price and it was declined. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, we couldn't make it happen, this event. I know a lot of people want to see it, and a lot of people build and have their own opinions. Some people will say, "Oh, you decline the battle, you're ducking, or whatever the case may be." But that's simply not the case. It's very simple. I asked for a price that was very attainable, and it didn't happen. But no love lost. It is what it is. Shit happens. That happens every day in the battle rap world. You know what I'm saying? It's just not so prominent because obviously everybody wants to see this battle, and of course I want to do it as well. But I do feel like it will happen, and I do feel like the price will be met. I just feel like this event didn't have the budget for it, but there will be other events that do have the budget for it, and then we'll get it done. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I feel like just what me and B-Dot was talking about. There is a certain amount of time that it takes to prepare for a battle, and there's just everybody has their price. And I feel like a lot of people are having a lot of these talks of the face of female rap, and what people are doing for female rap. And I feel like fuck that. You know what I mean? Ms.Fit was part of that beginning. You know what I mean? So if it's anybody who had a part in paving the way for female rap, it's me. So I really feel like at the end of the day, if you respect how I feel about it, cool, I appreciate you. If you don't, that's MD, you know what I mean? And it is what it is. But my real fans and supporters know the vibes. They know the talent I bring to the table, and they know that obviously when I come out to play. You know what I mean? I don't come out to half-ass. I don't come out to choke. And I definitely don't come out to jersey rounds. So when I prepare for a battle, I give my all. And that's why I feel like I deserve my price, because I don't do nothing else. You understand? I'm on go. So if whoever I'm booked for a battle, my complete attention is on them. That's just how I work. You understand? I won't be working on music. I won't be working on nothing else. Like, I literally won't be doing anything else but that battle. And I feel like I just want to be compensated for the money I will lose not doing something else. If that makes sense. So pushing things to the side, often you lose money in the process. And anybody who's an entrepreneur, anybody who makes money, understands that time is money. So it is what it is. But I'm pretty sure we will all come to an agreement or a happy median that everybody is happy with, and we'll get it done. You know what I mean? So and that's just what it is. But I'm happy about the card that was put together. It's a lot of talented females on there. We got 40 bars. We got Casey J. We got Gaddis coming back out, the battle official. Miss Hustle, Coffee. So it's a dope card. And again, I would have loved to have been the headliner of that, because obviously me and Jazz would have headlined that battle. That event. But there will be other cards, and we will headline it, and we will give the fans what they deserve and what they've been asking for. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. But I feel like, sometimes the very culture that you love and the very culture that you put your all in sometimes doesn't love you back. And again, like me and B-Dot was just talking about, sometimes it's just not cool. You know what I mean? But we know what the game comes with, and I'm proud to take it. I take the good with the bad, and I'm a grown-ass woman, so I know how to deal with shit, and I will deal with it accordingly. But also, I'm a grown-ass businesswoman as well, so the business has to be right. And once the business is right, we're in the building, right? And I'm going to just leave it at that. On to the next. This weekend, I was unable to have the podcast, and I really did miss y'all, man. I'm sorry. Like, I really am so used to the community that we've built. So shout out to everybody in the chat, because we've consistently put on month over month great conversations, great interviews, and it's not just a podcast. It's most certainly a community. I feel like anyone who enters this chat gets the love they deserve. Anybody who enters this chat keeps it on a positive vibe, and we all know what happens to people who don't come in here with positive vibes. So, you know, I'm truly proud of the community that we've built, and we will continue that process. But of course, you know, I would really appreciate it if you guys, you know, subscribe to my YouTube channel, so you can get all the content and the sneak peek looks that I'll be posting soon, and all the behind the scenes footage and things like that. But most importantly, follow me on Caffeine so y'all can get the notifications every time I go live. We're gonna start experimenting and doing a lot of interesting things, you know, this coming summer. So hold it down. But yeah, man, unfortunately I missed Sunday. I had a family barbecue. You know, I missed my family, and I wanted to get my family together and you know, just have some quality time with my nephews, my nieces, you know, my sisters, my parents, shit like that, you know, my closest friends. Because when I have barbecues, I only invite my closest friends, because like I said, I'm real big on vibes, you know what I mean? So the vibe gotta be right. So I'm happy everybody enjoyed themselves when they came out. But what I didn't enjoy, right? I'm gonna tell you what the fuck I didn't enjoy. Showtime, right? Showtime is one of the biggest channels in the world, right? Why the fuck they stream wasn't working? Like, I paid $50 for a fight. And for an event. And I didn't get the stream until the very last boxing match. Granted, that's the only match that I wanted to see. But it doesn't matter, and that's not the point. So I was unable to stream the entire time. And that's a huge issue. That's a huge issue. This is not a startup company who started this week or this month. No, Showtime been around forever. And they always have pay-per-views. I mean, they didn't anticipate this amount of people viewing the match? Like, are you kidding me? You cannot be making these kind of mistakes. And I want my bread back. You understand? I'm going to get my bread back. But, you know, whatever. So on top of the stream being vercocked, the matchup, I almost felt like they were laughing at me. They were like, ha ha, you paid $50 and we just had like a friendly ass match and we got all your money. You know what I'm saying? It was 8 rounds, and the last round, they was basically just letting the clock go. They're like, yo, we did it, yo, we did it. And if I'm not mistaken, I could have sworn I peeped them whispering to each other like, all right, cool, I'm gonna hit you right here, so we're gonna make it a little interesting, all right? I'm gonna give you like a little quick 2-piece, or, you know, and then come back with a little uppercut, and I'm gonna let you get a few hits off, or whatever. I feel like it was fixed. The fight was fixed. He was supposed to beat that boy's ass. Yeah, I know Floyd is old, but you're a professional boxer with a record of 50-0. 50. You got 50 wins under your belt. Come on. The boy had one fight against a YouTuber. You know how that boy feel right now? He feel like the king of the world. He just fought Mayweather and didn't bleed. He didn't even leave bleeding. Like, what? Come on. But also, you know, people were saying, you know, Floyd was not known for like his power punching and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, the fight was rigged. You know what I mean? the fight, I felt like it was rigged. That's it. But I mean, he made him look good. You know, if it was good for anyone, it was definitely good for Logan, because you know he's doing boxing right now, and I'm pretty sure because of this he'll get more matchups that's worth a lot more money. And this is probably the easiest money Floyd Mayweather had made ever in a boxing match, because this is basically like sparring. Whatever. I just would really had liked it if they was like beating each other's ass. But then I think about it. Why did I expect that? You know what I mean? Why did I expect that? I shouldn't have expected that. I had high expectations and it did not live up to it. You know what I mean? And no, you know, the last comment that Logan made was, oh, let's get part 2 going. The only reason a part 2 would happen would also to be cashing a second check. So no, I don't think we're gonna get a fight, or at least a great fight. It was okay, you know. It had some good moments in there where I felt like, okay, oof. All right, he caught him a couple times, but you know the way they was talking spicy, I thought it was gonna go down for the crown. But you know, it ain't go that way. You know what I'm saying? It ain't go that way. I heard Ocho Cinco, you know, fell to the ground. I don't know. It was a debate about whether he got knocked out or he stumbled out or whatever. But I didn't get to see it, obviously. Like I told you, my stream ain't work to the very last fight. So I was a little upset about that. But, yeah, man. But, I mean, shout out to Logan Paul, because he definitely got a good look. And he looked really good against Floyd. You know what I mean? He looked really good against Floyd. So shout out to him. I mean, he's a YouTuber, started out on YouTube. Shit, he make me feel like I could do anything. Like I might go up there and fight somebody. You know what I'm saying? Just get a little boxing match going. You know what I mean? Instead of challenging these females to a battle rap event, maybe we could just get in the actual ring and box. You know, I could train for that. I got some power in the punch. All we gotta do is regulate these things, you know what I mean? Because, you know, in a real fight, I throw feet too. We're gonna have to do kickboxing. I'm dead. But, you know, back to regular schedule programming. I told you that I wanted to interview everybody from the Gnome card. So, you know, that's the objective. You know, so far we spoke with T-Top. We spoke with B Dot. I spoke with Nitty prior, but you know I'll get Nitty back on. I spoke to DNA. We're gonna get DNA after the battle. But you know, let me know who you guys want to see next. Put it in the chat. I'll definitely, you know, the most votes, that's the person I'll go to. Just let me know what y'all want to see, man. Let me know what y'all want to see. Y'all can include females in there too, you know what I mean? I haven't got a female rapper on here since 40 bars. I had 40 bars, I had Shayna Ashley, I had Yoshi. Yoshi might have been the last female I had on here. So yeah, man, let me know who y'all want me to interview. Y'all can always email me at mydumbadvice@gmail.com or mydumbadviceshow@gmail.com. You can leave all feedback there. And those of you who want me to support your brand, right, and promote your product, we have promotional packages for very affordable prices where, you know, we promote your brand. If it's a clothing brand, we'll wear it, shout it out, you know, get your link in the bio and things like that, just to bring a little bit more recognition to your brand and kind of get the word out there and build awareness. So if you want to be a part of that and, you know, you want to participate in the packages, just reach out to me on my Instagram and my DM, or again, email me at mydumbadvice@gmail.com or mydumbadviceshow@gmail.com, and we take care of you. You heard? This is what we do. Yeah, man. It's been good. Hope everybody has a beautiful night. Follow me on all social media outlets. That's Ms.Fit1 on Twitter, Ms.Fit on Instagram. I recently took a look at my Facebook, and there were a load of messages that I have missed out, and I do sincerely apologize. I'm not ignoring you, I promise. I'm just never on Facebook, you know what I'm saying? So if you do want to reach out to me, I feel like the best way to do so is straight through my Instagram or through my Twitter, and I'll make sure I get to you, man. It's always love on this side, for real. If you're not following me on Caffeine, make sure you follow me. We're live on Caffeine, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, every Sunday, every Tuesday. And if you don't catch the live show, it'd be posted on my YouTube channel at Ms.Fit. So make sure to subscribe to that too, man. It's Ms.Fit. You heard? Prop Gang. Where y'all at? Emilio with the potatoes.
Hey.
The potatoes. Don't say I appreciate that. The best show on Caffeine.
I like popping bottles, I like nasty hoes, I like fucking models, out they fancy clothes. I like popping bottles, I like nasty hoes, I like fucking models, out they fancy clothes. I like. Don't spill my drink. Till nigga watch your stats. They Nikes, these just set. So they like me, y'all upset. I be writing for the best, but I'm pricey, cut the check. Just invite me for the sex, so I piped it, then I left. All this ice that's on my neck, did I hype and leave it wet? This ain't high key, I'm a vet, and bitch, I'm spicy, so respect. Who these hoes, they buying me? See they way they eyeing me. You want that work, I got that work, look baby, you can hire me. Foes don't want no rivalry, on my shit they riding me. Take your shine, your waste so time, I take what's mine, that's robbery. Yeah, I don't want no drama, she so cold, I gotta be. See it, then I like it, then I buy it, that's the finer things. I like popping bottles, I like nasty hoes, I like fucking models, out they fancy clothes. I like.
June, it's a new month, and I forgot to announce the winner of May's Prop Game contest. The winner of Prop Game. Oh my God. But it's a new month. It's a new month. So before I announce the winner, get your props in, y'all. Get your props in. So I just want to say, for the month of May, with outstanding results and contributions to the Prop Gang situation. Numero uno. Show some love to Mr. Emilio Fury.
Hey.
For the third month consecutively, the number one contributor of Prop Gang. Show this man some motherfucking love.
I like popping bottles, I like nasty hoes, I like fucking models, out they fancy clothes. I like. I like popping bottles, I like nasty hoes, I like fucking models, out they fancy clothes. I like. Don't spill my drink.
Yo, man, shout out to Emilio, man. Potatoes all over the place. I see y'all. Fireworks everywhere. Congratulations, Emilio, man. Again, I appreciate all the love and support. Like I said, man, we got a community over here on this side. This is how we do it. This is how we give it up. You know what I mean? So that's that. I do want to give some honorable mentions. So coming in at second place was Ray Poo. Ray Poo in the building. Show Ray Poo some love, y'all.
Hey.
Show him some love. Show him some love. Send him some props. Let's get Ray Poo some love, y'all.
I like popping bottles, I like nasty hoes, I like fucking models, out they fancy clothes. I like. clothes. I like, 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 I like. Bitch, don't spill my drink. Chill, nigga, watch your steps. These ain't Nikes, these just sets. So they like me, y'all upset. I be writing for the best, but I'm pricey, cut the check. Just invite me for the sex, so I piped it, then I left. All this ice that's on my neck, get a hype and leave it wet. This ain't high key, I'm a vet, and bitch, I'm spicy, so respect. Who these hoes admire me? See that way they eyeing me. You want that work, I got that work. Look, baby, you can hire me. Foes don't want no rivalry. On my shit, they riding me. Take your shine, you'll waste your time. I take what's mine, that's right.
Alright, and another honorable mention coming in and third place. We got Shayla in the building. Shout out to Shayla. I ain't see her in the chat today, but she is numero 3. Numero 3 on the board.
Hey,
Prop Gang winners of the month of May.
woo.
This is You too can win.
I like popping bottles. I like nasty hoes. I like fucking models. Out they fancy.
Yeah, man, you too can win. Just, you know what I'm saying? We do like what we always do. Support the system, man. This where we at on the map. I do want to show y'all Emilio. He sent me a pic of that custom Fire King quality hoodie. We gonna check that out. King quality. Hold up, y'all. Got y'all on the map. Got the custom fits. I bet we here. Ooh. Emilio Fury, the #1 winner of Prop Gang with the King quality fit. That's not the dopest part though. Here is the dopest part. The customization. You heard me? Emilio Fury in the Birek. But man, we got your other prizes coming to you real soon. Again, guys, contribute, support the brand. I truly appreciate each and every one of you guys, man. Much love. Ms.Fit, MsDotFit gang. This is my dumb advice. Bow. Let's get it. Hey yo, what's good? Ms.Fit, MsDotFit gang. This is my dumb advice. Bow.